Thank you, Louis, for joining us this afternoon. We'll begin with the first question from Steve Gelbs.
Hey, Louis, what happened with Jake?
Well, Steve, so he let us know earlier today that he had some tightness on his right side. You know, I saw him before coming to the field, and he was stretching, trying to feel his right side a little bit, and that's when you know, we started discussing whether he was going to start or not, and then we got to the point where you know, he's not, and he's getting further tests right now, and then we're waiting to see some result.
You guys have pushed back his starts twice. Is this something that he had been dealing with and managing, or did this just pop up for the first time today?
Well, today I just learned from this. You know, but the times that we pushed him is just because it's been precautionary, thinking of the long run more than anything, but it's nothing that had to do with this. This was today, and he built up into, you know, further tests now.
I know that you guys have Castro starting. I know that Yamamoto was scratched from the start in Syracuse, though. Is he a guy that you're considering using, you know, in a longer role tonight, or is this just going to be patched together as a bullpen game?
Well, he's on his way here, Yamamoto, and as you know, Steve, we carry a taxi squad, and he could be a part of that, or he could be a part of our bullpen tonight. You know, that's going to take a move, but we still got to wait on Jake's results, you know, from the test that they're doing with him. But that's the plan right now. And, you know, we use our two multi-inning guys yesterday, and probably they could give us one inning tonight, but we're talking about the innings and the length that we could have from our bullpen tonight. And then we'll know if he will be on, if we have to make that roster move prior to the game.
Your next question will come from Tim Healy. Tim, your line's open.
So you expect those deGrom results and a potential roster move before the game, then, it sounds like?
Yeah, there's different things that we talked about that can happen. I don't want to expand on them. I mean, there's just different things that we talked about. But yeah, he's getting an MRI, and we're waiting on the results and then see what we can happen, thinking of the innings that we will need for tonight. So yeah, I mean, let's see in the next hour or so what we get.
And what was your reaction to the firings of Chili Davis and Tom Slater?
Oh, last night, yeah, it's tough night. I mean, I always share the respect that I have for Chili as a coach overall, and as a hitting coach, and so Tom Slater. So, you know, it's just a tough night. That was the first reaction of you know, those two guys got let go.
Thank you.
Thank you, Louis. Your next question will come from the line of Ron Blum. Ron, your line's open.
Hi, Louis. Were you given a yes or no over the decision to fire the coaches, and if not, what kind of input did you have?
Well, you know, decisions like that, which you know, by the way, it's the first time in season for me as a manager. It was an organizational decision. That's the best way I can share it right now. But the vision here to bring the two hitting coaches now, it's what's important. We have a game to play tonight, and we gotta prepare the guys to compete in that one. So it's, as I just shared, as tough as it was last night, to let the guys go, that's kind of like what's important at this moment. But it was an organizational decision.
Does part of you worry or wonder whether you could be next in terms of a change?
With Ronald, and those are the type of things that I do not think about, just because in my field, it's just very disrespectful to the group here to worry about that before worrying about the team. So that's not my concern right now. I mean, my focus is on today's game, 100%. So nothing outside of that. So it's, with all the respect to the guys in the room who work really hard on a daily basis, players and coaches, and all our staff that travels with us, and it's also at Citi Field. That's where my focus is the game of the day.
Thank you.
Tim Britton, your line is open.
Hey, Louis, we talked to Pete earlier, and he was pretty passionate in talking about not quite understanding the decision at the moment. What was that team meeting like earlier today? Were you a part of that meeting with Zach Scott, and kind of what was the temperature of the clubhouse for you guys?
Yeah, I mean, it's a, with the respect to Chile and Slater, I'm going to use the word typical. It's, typical team meeting where everyone gets to talk, and I think guys share their thoughts, share their emotion, and get to band. I think, the timing is appropriate where we can talk as a family in there, and what was said in there, like, it doesn't need to be shared, but the guys sharing their thoughts, and us talking as a group and as a family, like I said, to also shift gears and go after this game tonight. It's the purpose of the meeting. So, but it was that type of meeting, where we regroup and we say, here we go again.
And then Hugh and Kevin are guys who are new to the organization this season, and I think work primarily on the minor league side in spring training. How well did you get to know them in spring, and kind of what is that process of relationship building like for your players and yourself with them?
Well, I got to know them in the off season when they got hired by our player development staff, and got to do Zoom calls about hitting in Kevin Howard's side. We did meetings in every category, just because we wanted to connect player development with our major league staff as much as we could. So I got to know them really well. And the first impression of them was the quality of people, they were before coaches. And these are good men. I think when you're working with good men before even being a good coach, like it's a plus. So that's where I think the getting to know each other more at this level, and for now this role, is going to be an easy transition, just because we already established that relationship from a personal level, and also it went into a professional level. So it shouldn't be really long until the relationship builds up and established, even though it's day one. Like, I think they're going right now. They're working with the guys and they're already exchanging information.
Thank you.
Mike Puma, you're up next. Your line's open.
Louis, do you have Nimmo and Diaz available tonight?
Diaz is available. Nimmo is a lot better today. I think I've been saying the last couple of days that he's been progressing slowly. Today he's moving at a better pace, man. He swung in the cage. and he told me it felt a lot better, and the swelling is significantly down. So he's in a better place. So both of those guys, I say Diaz is available. More so, Nima still to hit BP from that arm or machine, just to see what the vibration on contact. But they're both better.
How would you describe the last 24 hours? You had a couple of coaches fired. Now you're scratching your ace from the start. I mean, what's it feel like right now?
And it's tough. Each one, both those are things that come your way, and the immediate reaction is, they're tough moments, but you gotta do something immediately, because you gotta get everyone working, everyone on track. So that's the way we responded both to those. Learning Jake's, which was the last one, is the one that we're dealing with right now. We got everyone moving. I mean, we gave a heads up to Castros, hey, you might get the ball to start, and we gave the heads up to the catchers and to everyone to get things moving. And so everyone's on their toes. A bunch of guys in there went like, give me the ball, I'll start. Stroman, who's our pitcher tomorrow, asked me if I wanted him to start. So even though it's some of those challenging moments, like for me, it's been comforting to see how the guys are just ready and they don't get stuck in the moment. It's shown that family concept in here when you face some tough times or tough news. One of those that get you cut off for a little while, and then next thing you know, you're moving, but the guys are there ready.
Tim Healy, we're coming back to your line.
You just referenced him, but is Stroman good to go for tomorrow?
Yeah. Not like I said, he said, give me the ball tonight. Like he threw his side yesterday, and he did, which is part of his in-between game routine. So he'll be ready to go tomorrow. And
did JD Davis need an MRI or anything after you guys decided to put him on the IL shortly before the game last night? Yes, he did an MRI yesterday. We had the late showing here, and they took advantage, and they went and did it, and he had a grade 1, I think, between 1 and 2 sprain there in his hand, and he's getting treatment every day better. Today he was able to actually make a better fist. That's what he told me. So he's progressing better from how he was in the weekend. Thank you.
Louis, your final question will come from Rich Catino.
Hey, Louis, I know a lot still be determined on Jake with test results and stuff like that, but if it becomes more than just missing tonight, is Carlos Carrasco somebody that could be considered for that next kind of spin in the rotation, or would it be too soon for that?
Yeah, we haven't really thought of that, because we wanted him to face competition before he actually joins us. So he made his start today, and I think he'll be able to go on the 9th again, and that will probably be in one of our affiliates, and then he might join us then after that. So everything went well today, but for the next start after this one today, like we haven't really considered him joining us before actually facing competition.
Thank you.
Louis, thanks much for your time this afternoon.
Thanks, Harold. See you guys.